My name is Liam Norman, and I bought a flight on the 13th of March via Skyscanner from Edreams. Flight reference 507-510-5297, and the amount is £622 and 55 pence. And I'm requesting a full refund in cash. I paid via cash on my bank card. I should never have been sold these flights because they were never going to leave the airport due to coronavirus. Every time I've contacted Edreams, I've gone round in circles with a chat robot. This is not acceptable. I've also put a complaint through via Resolver. Edreams have around 9 days now to respond to me, and then if they don't, then I will be taking them to a small claims court to pursue my money back. So I'm very unhappy, very dissatisfied. They should have never sold me a flight that wasn't going to leave the airport, and they should have at least have the decency to contact their customers. What they are doing now is wrong. What Skyscanner is doing and what Edreams are doing is wrong. They are selling flights to customers, people who are spending their hard-earned money on flights that are never going to leave. Then they're offering them a voucher in return, and then when they do get in touch with the customer, they're advising them to go to the contact the airline. The airline says, go to Edreams, go to the airline, go to Edreams, just back and forth. So this is not acceptable, and I'm requesting a full refund. So I paid for a flight on the 13th, I think it was. I think it was something like £622 and 55 pence. And I bought it from Skyscanner through Edreams. But I was annoyed because they shouldn't have sold me a flight that really wasn't going to fly. That shouldn't have been available because of the coronavirus, really. So they've taken money knowing that that flight wasn't going to go ahead. So now I'm in India, and that nearly £622 will really help me, and I feel like it's going to be so difficult to get it back. Every time I try to speak to them, I'm speaking to a chat robot, going around in circles. I read forums about them passing you on to the airline, then the airline passing you to Edreams, so they just do tennis with you. And it's going to be an exercise in patience for me, I will be patient and I will try to get my money back because I paid them with good, hard-earned money of my own, which I worked for, And now it seems almost impossible to get my money back. Now, if I can pay them with money, then they can refund me with money. But they shouldn't have taken that money from me in the first place because it was coronavirus. That Skyscanner should not be advertising flights that are for sale when they are not going to leave the airport. And equally, Edreams shouldn't be taking money for those flights. So I'm just really annoyed with it, to be honest with you.
Okay, so they didn't respond to you like in any way, yeah?
No. I mean, I've had little bits from different airlines, but I've just not had any concrete response. I've had things like referring you to terms and conditions and policies, and there's a link on there saying you can claim a voucher. But I've been sold a flight that wasn't going to fly. The chances are I'm going to have to pay for another flight, which is another £700. So what good's a voucher to me, I just want my money back, but they really shouldn't have sold me that flight because that flight was never leaving the airport. None of those flights were, and lots of other people are in this position. I've put a claim through this platform called Resolver, so I think they have like 9 days left to respond to me, and then I can maybe take them to a small claims court. But it's just frustrating, feeling like you bought something that you're not going to get your money back, and that this company really doesn't care or doesn't have a soul. And there's a lot of people saying the same thing. So it just makes you angry because it's effectively like they've stolen from you,
Why did you choose Edreams in the first place? What did you like about them?
Well, To be honest with you, when I can't speak for everybody, but when I book a flight from Skyscanner, you just book it via the cheapest agent or whatever that comes up. And normally you take a flight. So it's not about liking them or disliking them. It's just about you pay for your flight, you take your flight, and you're happy. But I paid for my flight and they took money for a flight which they knew was never going to leave. And I could go onto Skyscanner now if I had the money, and I could probably spend millions of pounds on flights that aren't going to leave. And then I could be offered millions of pounds worth of vouchers, which I would have to chase different people and airports, which would be no good to me. So no particular reason for choosing Edreams. I just wanted to fly home, and they were giving the cheapest price, but they shouldn't have sold me the ticket, and Skyscanner shouldn't be advertising tickets for sale for planes that aren't going to fly.
Tell me, what should they do to make you absolutely satisfied with the result?
Well, just give me my money back and an apology. And it's not just about me, it's lots of other people who've earned lots of money that they've worked hard for, that have been ripped off. So they shouldn't be allowing people to buy flights that aren't going to leave. And they should be speaking to Skyscanner to make an arrangement with them, or as all of these agents should. We are not going to sell products that a customer will not receive, because it's just basic humanity,
On a scale from 1 to 10, let's say, how would you rate their customer service?
I would give them a 1. The chatbot was there, I could put some details into it. There was something there. So maybe I'm being generous giving them a 1, They have a presence, they have a face, they have a face, Edreams, okay? So that's why they get their 1, but they're not doing anything with that face, okay? I'm a customer, so they should be able to help me. There should be an option for a cash refund, and they shouldn't be selling me a flight that isn't going to leave, knowing that they will only want to give me a voucher back, knowing that they'll want to send me to the airlines. Now, this flight was made up of 3 different flights from 2 different airlines. So chances are, if I do get contact from them, they're going to want me to go to airline A and airline B. And then airline A and B are going to want me to go back to Edreams. And it's just backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. And they just want customers to give in so they can keep their money. But I'm not going to give in. I'll just keep following the channels until I get my money back, because that is my money, which I worked hard for,
Please, what recommendations would you give to other customers of Edreams? What should they know?
I would just don't use Edreams, I can't give them any reason to use Edreams. Maybe if this happened with a different agent, there would be a customer service, and I could get a quick resolve. I don't know. It's easy to blame people and things, and I know it's the coronavirus, and I know things are a bit different and everybody's struggling, but there's just no excuse for selling tickets that for planes that aren't going to leave. But I couldn't recommend Edreams based on this experience, because it's just been a terrible experience, really. I've just felt like I bought something from a company that doesn't really exist. And then you go online to talk about Edreams or refunds from Edreams, and you see all the low reviews and all the nasty words and all the angry people who have lost millions of pounds probably. So that just makes your heart sink, I bought this ticket, then I think, right, I'll go online, and you're basically looking at all this information that says you're never going to get your money back from this corrupt company. And that's not how good business works, unfortunately. That's not how any sort of business should work.